Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight Data Sim live stream. Today it's the 5th of November 2025. It's 4 minutes past 5 in the evening. We're back in X-Plane 12 in the excellent Felis 747-200. We are 2 hours behind live time because I wanted a sunset approach, and my original plan was to stream at 3 o'clock anyway. However, I sold a dining table on eBay, and the person said they could only get here at 4:30. I was like, oh, goodness sake. So I had to postpone it for a couple of hours to ensure that we could get this stream away today. But firstly, a bit of an apology. Now, I had a plan. I've been on annual leave at the moment, and Joe and I were up in the Lake District. And I said last stream or the stream before that, I would do one of my failure series stream. Now, I published that this morning after the UPS MD-11 crash, and a small minority of people found it to be quite distasteful. Now, it wasn't my intention to stream it on the same day as this. I didn't have a magic sort of mirror to see that this was going to happen. But in hindsight, I should never have published it. Should have done something else. So I do apologise for any distress caused. I was quite shocked at some of the distress caused, some of the comments on YouTube, and I said there was no intention to cause that at all. So yeah, we've actually reverted to doing something a little bit different, and we all love the Felis 747-200, and we will push back our failure stream to another time again. I've done several of those in the past as well, so it was just a continuation of the series. Anyway, I will not digress from the stream that we're going to do today. Here we are. We're going to be doing a ferry flight. I just sort of whisked this up as an idea this afternoon. So we've never flown the 747-200 empty, so it's going to have plenty of performance, no passengers, no cargo. We are here in France, in Châteauroux d'Olez in France. Now, the reason I chose this departure aerodrome, this is an aircraft storage facility used by several airlines. In fact, British Airways used this airport during COVID to store their A380s. And we're flying to Kemble in the United Kingdom. Now, Kemble is also an aircraft storage facility, but it's where they dismantle used aircraft that have finished their service life. It's also where they keep the Felis Boeing 747 for you to visit as well. But what's really interesting at Kemble, there are no published approach procedures. We're going to have to do a visual approach at night time onto a runway with only runway edge lights, which is pretty short. So we're going to have to somehow go on VATSIM, liaise with London ATC to get this routing for a visual approach. Might have to enter a visual circuit as well so we can land this 747-200, and for that reason alone we've stripped the Alpaca Airways livery. Alpaca Airways is going to maintain a 747-200 in its fleet, but this one is particularly old. It has to be scrapped, so we removed the livery and we've gone with an all-white Alpaca 74 Sierra Foxtrot for its last ever flight with the airline as well. Anyway, who have we got here in the stream today? We've got Listerman. I hope you're doing well. No need to save the airframe then. Any landing is a good landing. Absolutely. We could just smash it down. Nice clads. Absolutely Felis. And I've also managed to get Ortho working for the stream today, which is great. Dynamo Sinner, does that mean it's the last Felis 742 stream since you're getting this plane scraps? No. As I've mentioned, Alpaca Airways has several ones as well. John, remove the livery so no bad publicity in the event of a crash. Gotcha. Brilliant. Unbelievable as well. Stuart Liddell, kudos for changing the stream because of the ND11 accident. Total respect to you, buddy. That's absolutely fine. And it was the right thing to do. Initially I was going to think, I don't need to do this because I had this all planned anyway, but it was indeed the right thing. Obviously our thoughts and prayers are with the flight crew and those killed on the ground with that awful incident. I won't be doing any speculating about that today as well. The number of YouTubers that make videos about this, I don't know, it's not my cup of tea, but it's purely going to be speculation at this stage. We really don't know what happened, but awful to hear. We'll wait until the experts have had a good look. Chimcha3's here as well. Felis, good to see you here, buddy. I hope you're doing well. The creator of this aircraft, and I saw you at the start of the stream mention that you'll be at lights out soon. Obviously in Ukraine you must have some sort of curfew, so I hope you're doing well and keeping safe. Thank you very much for popping in today. Mad Matt UK's here as well. Edo, excellent. Felis expert too. I have to mention, because of the engine failure stream I had planned, I had no time to do a test sector, so you're going to be doing a test sector with me, guys. What could possibly go wrong? Sumu Club says you'll have to do full manual brakes and really cook them as it's the last flight. I will definitely have to land nice and firm so we don't go off the end of the runway today. Kimchi3 says the Felis 747 freighter is in beta testing. I think Felis is going to release this month. Absolutely. I was hoping to get that today, but I haven't actually spoke to Felis to get that sorted. But no doubt, as soon as I have the ability jump into the Felis 747-200 freighter, I will do. Anyway, gosh, no test sector. Where do I start? What do I do? Right, well, I did a little prep before the stream, so here's the operational flight plan based off a completely empty aircraft. As you can see, look, the zero fuel weight, it's about 70 tons less than the actual weight. Takeoff weight's about... what's that, 150 tons below the maximum takeoff weight, so super light. We're going to get up to 43,000 feet on this 54-minute sector. It's going to blast up there, and we only need 18 tons of fuel, and that's all loaded. So load calculator I did before the start of the stream, passenger 0, payload 0, the zero fuel weight matches, and here on the refuel page you'll see calculated fuel 7854, so I've only got about 300 kilos above standard block fuel. The weather's okay. As I mentioned, if I have a look at the routing here, we'll be doing an omnidirectional departure direct to the Amboise VOR, routing through London airspace, going towards Oxor, which is a random RNAV waypoint to the east, which happens to be lined up with runway 26. So hopefully we'll get there, look over there, get permission from Fairford to fly over there, Matt, and we'll do a visual approach, because if you look here, Kemble, SIDS, none, taxi and airport chart. Oh my goodness, I didn't see this earlier. There isn't actually an RMP approach. Well, in hindsight, I should have routed direct to EGBP, but I think the waypoint I've selected, yeah, look at that. We'll just go to Oxor and fly straight in, but we're going to have to request a visual approach, because this RMP approach probably requires GNSS, which I don't have installed. Let's have a look at this chart in detail. Doesn't mention anything here, but look, I could technically fly this with BRNAV, I don't know, but usually every RMP approach I've seen says GNSS required. But look, we'll request a visual. We should be fine based off the weather at the moment, which is winds from the south 10k, overcast at 1100, and the forecast is possibly changing over to runway 08 later, but no issue with the cloud. And QNH, what? 2962 inches in the UK? Why are they giving me in inches? I don't know. Anyway, weather shouldn't be a factor for the visual approach day, which is why I chose to do this sector. Perfect. RMP or VOR, absolutely listed it, but we'll be using the INS today. Swimming Clive says, does this mean you'll retire Jim after this flight and get a new first officer for the future? I think he's had his day. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right, anyway, let's get some power onto this aircraft. So, oops, battery is on over here. There we are, electrical power is connected. I'll just turn up the sounds here and turn down this annoying music. I didn't get the GPU connected or anything like that before the start of the stream. So, ground, set the chocks.
Cockpit to ground, put the chocks on.
Connect the GPU.
Cockpit to ground, connect ground power.
So I'll wait until the GPU is connected, and then we'll get some electrical power connected to the airplane. Chocks are on, stop us rolling. It'll be a very short taxi out to runway 03 today via Echo.
Connected.
Ground power's on, so what we'll do here is connect the external power. There we are, close and close, and the standby power goes to normal. There we are, so the aircraft is now electrically powered. Kawa Dalmas 6419, hello from Brazil, thank you very much for popping in today, hope you're doing well. So guards are all in, auto brake off, there's no RTO function, anti-skid on, we'll leave the body gear steering to the disarm position. INS will set up momentarily. Actually, I can put it up to standby now. Emergency exit lights will arm, even though there's no passengers on. We'll put the fasten seatbelts and no smoking switch on. We won't do any PAs for that reason as well. Nav light on, that's all configured and set here. Radio master bus switches on. Mach airspeed warning test, over rotation. Engine anti-ice off, probes off, window heat. We can pop on, and that's the overhead panel configured. John Padfield, 31 months as a member, thank you. Love the Felis skipper, hope you had a good price for the table. They didn't haggle too much. I had a terrible price for the dining table we sold. We got a new dining table which arrived today, nice wooden one, and I sold my glass table. How much do you think I got for a nice... It's 10 years old, the glass was a bit scratched, but in good condition. A glass table with 6 chairs, which I purchased back in 2013 for about £600-700. Guess what I had to get rid of it for? I mean, I nearly gave it away, but yeah, I was shocked. I thought I would get a lot more for it. A little bit more, Lee Russell. 25 quid. Got it for 25 quid. 50 quid is what I wanted for it, but 25 quid. But they took it away literally about 45 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. Anyway, so what else do I need to do? MCP configured. Runway 03 for departure. We'll climb up to flight level 90 initially. I say climb. We're going to rocket up at our gross weight today. We'll put that there. Wow, what was the button to hide the yokes in this aeroplane? Wasn't it around here or something like hide yoke? I can't remember. Oh, well, that's another thing as well, is it? Yeah, because I've reinstalled the Felis 742, I've got to reconfigure all my buttons, so I'll have to do something else to get all the automation off. Anyway, that's all done. Radio tuning panel, I'll go over to Unicom on 122.8, which is now active. ADF we're not going to use, we'll put that to standby, tilt up to +5. Right, over to the engineering panel now. So power's all connected. We'll start the APU. Just wait until the APU doors open. Default Y will do. I can't remember what that is. Oh, Y. Thank you. I knew it was something as simple as that. I thought it was another button. I'll use the Y. Start the APU. Electrical panels all configured for this phase of flight. It's a clean install of the aircraft. So I think Felis, I'm on your latest version, 1.2.8.4. Electrical power is all configured. Galley power we can turn on. Galley chiller, why not? Even though there's no one on board, we'll turn it on. That's all configured and set. Trim air's on. Dehumidifier. We'll put the packs on ready for the AP bleed to come on, but I'll leave that as it is. Bleeds. Leave them closed at this stage. Oh, I didn't do a test sector, guys. 43,000 feet, and I set. Is it 1,000 feet above your cleared level? I believe. There we are. That's in auto. We've got the fuel, 17.8 tons. Put on all of the fuel pumps for the tanks containing fuel. No fuel in the centre tank. We'll get the AP bleed on now as well. On. Now we are. We've got conditioned air coming into the cabin. Duct pressure's increasing. See the doors are closed. There's been a slight spike in the pressure. Left bottle, right bottle. Equipment cooling you can test. Do the fault and fire tests, which are all here. There's a way of doing it. There we are. Perfect. We'll put on the pumps for the hydraulic systems for now. Brake temperature is obviously cold because the aircraft's been cold and dark, and that's all configured here as well. Perfect. Service ceiling today. Last sniff of the stratosphere. I know. I thought we might as well go up to 43,000 feet because that's as high as you can go in this aircraft. Maximum certified altitude, I believe. Right. The weather here then. QNH is 1009er, so I've got to set that 3 times. I think I've got the sync feature on for the primary instruments, but let's just get rid of the yoke. QNH 1009er, QNH 1009er. And Jim's is set as well. Perfect. So, let's load up the INS. There's not a huge amount of waypoints to program today. I've just have our initial position. I'm going to put in Amboise, Sitet, Midhurst, Compton, Oxor, and then the airport. So it's 6 waypoints in total. Can we go up to map point 9? Yeah, we'll go as fast as we can because this is the last flight. It's not my fuel. Right, let's put in our aircraft position. So Lima Fox, Lima X-ray. Stand. Oh gosh, what stand is that actually? I don't know. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if anyone's done any work on this default scenery. I have no clue what stand this is. I might have to do a little bit of cheating here. God forbid. But let's put all the INSs to standby and rotate to position. Because I don't know the exact coordinates, what I can do, oops, is go here to home, INS, and you can insert your present position here. So 4651.1 East 00142.8. There we are. So that's done, and then we can rotate the INS to align, which is on the overhead panel. 1, 2, 3. So the alignment process has begun. Let's now start routing or selecting these waypoints. So waypoints on 1, 2, and 3, and then we need to select repote. 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, and I've just realised my notes for the Felis 742 I don't have in front of me. Lukey, thank you very much for your donation. I don't know why that's not popped through. I'm just checking the alert box. It is on, but thank you for the $3. Hope you're doing well. You've sent a pair with a sweatband on. Thank you very much indeed for your support. Hope you're doing very well. That was popped up. Mr. Fenari, thank you very much for your membership for 11 months. The Queen flies again. Love this old bird. Felis is a madman, and I can't wait for the freighter version. Start a valve open. Brilliant. That's exactly what it's going to say today. Thank you very much for the support. I hope you're doing very, very well. I can't find my notes for the 747-200. I'll just have to wing it. Oh, I found them. There we are. Felis 747-200. That was it. It was just regarding the INS alignment. So 3, 2, 1, and then we can put in the positions. So let me just bring up here. Close that. Flights. View sim brief OFP. And we'll go from there. The carpet smells kind of mouldy, said Sim737 Pilot. It is an old one. So the first waypoint after our present position is going to be the Amboise VOR, which is where we're going to route direct to after departure. So we'll select that to 1. North 47.25.7. North 47.25.7. Insert east 001.039. Insert. Next is going to be waypoint number 2, which is actually on the next page. Sitet. Then we'll make sure we highlight it. So Sitet's north 50.060. Insert east. Oh, look at this, east 0.00000. Look at that, right on the meridian. There we go. So insert. I've never done that before. Number 3 is going to be Midhurst. There we are. That's the waypoint there. And then we're going over to the west. So north 51.032. 51.032. Insert. I will route conventionally with VOR as well, but I just want to get this in as backup. 37.5. Insert. Number 4 is Compton. North 51.29.5. Insert west now 001.132. Insert waypoint number 5. Oscar. I don't know who that is, but we'll give me 2 secs because I can't be distracted. 51.42.3 for Oscar. Insert west 00141.1. Insert, and lastly, if it all goes to pot, I've got the airport in Kemble. North 51.41. 51.41. Insert west 002.034. Insert. Right, they're all in, and the remote function's been on, so it'll have programmed all of the waypoints, so I can turn off the remote function and complete the alignment process by pressing quick align, which flicks all the IRSs to nav for you just to save a bit of time. Perfect. Error, that's not east 0 but west 0. Oh really? That's a good point. Will it make any difference on the 000 at Sitet? Let's double check that. Waypoint number 2. Oh, it's on east. That's good. East 0. I think you're just winding me up, listening. Should be good. Harry Storm, thank you. 17 months as a member. God, you've been a member for that long now. It feels like you've only just joined still. God, I haven't flown any flying sim in eternity, but I'm really looking forward to the freighter. Such a lovely bird. Have to fly it again sometime. Awesome. It's a fantastic aircraft, and I know Edo, one of our mods, has been flying it a lot recently. Right, INS is loaded. SID, guys, we'll briefly talk about, but we're going to conduct an omnidirectional departure. So we do fly these at some of our destinations in our network, and basically it's when there's no conventional SID, or there is one, but just for whatever reason they want you to climb straight ahead and just make your first turn onto your en route altitude, en route waypoint. So turning 03, 1200 feet, depart omnidirectional to your en route safe altitude. So we're going to climb to 1200 feet. MSA, you can turn below the MSA if you're visual. I'm happy to go to 1200 and then make that turn, which will be simply to route direct left turn to Amboise, about 90 degrees to the left. So should be all good. So let's run our checklists and see exactly what I forgot. Probably quite a lot. Checklists before start check pilots. Let's go.
Before start checklist, please.
Gear lever and lights.
Down and check.
How much did I forget?
Brakes.
Minimums.
Parked.
Minimums.
Start
Approaching
levers.
Minimums.
Off.
Oh, Jack, thank you very
Radios.
much. 64 months as a
On
member.
and check.
Thank you very much for your support, the buddy.
control
Really
and
appreciate
power.
it.
On.
5 years. Unbelievable.
INS.
Check in nav.
Compasses.
Slaved.
Window heat.
On. Put this
seatbelt and no smoking.
Distance and time. There we are.
On.
Emergency lights.
There we are. Aircraft's looking good. You can't hear the checklist obviously out here. Ready for the scrap heap, guys.
Check.
Altimeters and clocks.
THNC1 GJ, I'm not sure. Felis is the person to ask.
Radio INS switches.
Radio.
Radar and transponder.
Uh oh, Felis, we'll have to see what happens when we get to sit at.
Stand by.
Indicator lights.
Check.
Engine and wing anti-ice.
Just tune arm bars as well.
Off.
Oh no, actually we'll leave Châteauroux
Stall warning.
active.
Hold on.
Uh oh, I thought I did the stall warning. Let's repeat it.
Check.
Mach airspeed warning.
Check.
Auto brakes.
Check and off.
25 quid, don't scrap it.
Body gear steering.
No, livery, yeah. It's been removed because the
Arm.
aircraft's going to Kemble to be dismantled.
Anti-skid.
We already have 100 aircraft in
On.
Alpaca Airways,
Autopilot and
747-200
flight
that is.
director.
Check and off.
Takeoff warning.
Uh-oh,
Damn. Check.
done. Same as the
Autoflight
73.
enunciators.
Check.
GPWS.
Uh-oh. Yes, there's a few tests down here I need to do, which is the instrument comparator test. And I'll clear that and do the rudder ratio and the ground proximity.
Check.
There we go.
Instrument warning.
Check.
Flight director computer selectors.
Check.
Instrument source selectors.
Normal.
It's a long
brake valve.
check.
Close.
Sim 737
Spoilers.
pilot, that's the fly live overlay at the top.
Down.
Static selectors.
Normal.
Oxygen mask and regulator.
Check and emergency off.
Perfect. After hydraulic pressure, which we do have.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Stabilizer trim.
Check and on.
I need to do
Rudder and aileron
takeoff
trim.
performance now.
Check.
Checklist completed.
Perfect. So before we start the flight engineer's checklist, just to show you the performance here. It's actually quite a long runway here at this aircraft storage facility at Châteauroux. 3,500 metres of takeoff run available, 45 metres wide. And of course, they store A380s here, so no problem for departure. And because we're empty, I preloaded this at the start of the stream. All the information's correct. Now, if you have a look at this, we can easily depart. I don't know how to select an assumed thrust for departure in the Felis 742 if you need specific tables, but every takeoff I do is at full blast, which is more fun. The V speeds, I'll press this to set them. 109, 114, 135, and 135 has been set there on the MCP, so it's a really low speed for rotation for this aircraft. Right, let's do the before start flight engineer's checklist.
Battery on. APU panel. Check.
That I didn't know, listener.
Auxiliary
Interesting.
power. Check.
Of course, Stuart Lindell,
Engine
5th
oil
November.
quantity.
We're going to fireworks on Saturday.
Check. Fuel quantity 17774 kilograms.
So that's sufficient.
Fuel panel.
Need 17.5.
Check and set. Pressurization controls. Check and set. Bleed control.
Absolutely for now, a huge wing.
Let's see.
Low weight. Packs off now. Oh! It's always this configuration
Check and set.
bleeds on at this stage. Perfect.
Hydraulic quantity. Check. EPR computer. Wait.
Go around.
Go around.
I never understand why it wants that. So this is the way of decreasing
Circuit
thrust, but I
breaker.
don't know what thrust setting
Check.
to select.
Indicator lights.
We'll use full takeoff drive.
Check. Electrical panel. Check and set. Air conditioning controls. Check and set. Fire control and wing overheat panels.
Oops.
Check and set.
What have I done?
Equipment cooling. Check.
It's on the APU, isn't
Passenger
it?
oxygen. Check. Hydraulic panel.
Perfect.
This.
They want to come off now. Actually, no, I forgot to set the trim for departure. Hold on. Before I turn off the hydraulics, set trim 2.6 units. 2.6 set. Pitch up 20 degrees. Wow, that's crazy. Right, trim set. I can now turn off the hydraulics. Presuming it's hydraulically powered, unlike the 7.3s.
Check and set.
But I know you have to turn them off.
Fuel jettison panel. Check. Crew oxygen. On. Oxygen mask and regulator. Check and emergency off.
Jedis, I would love to use the LTN-92. I need to sit down and learn how to use it though, and it scares me. I've tried to play with it, it really scared me. Can't be more difficult than INS, surely. Where did we get to? ADPs have turned off. There we are, after start checklist now. Right, I think we're ready to go. We've briefed the departure already. Let's get the engine started. Brazilian Grand Prix this weekend. Would be nice to fly to Sao Paulo if you had time. The plan is on Friday to fly from Mexico, where we are, to Sao Paulo. I was going to, before what happened today, fly the MD-11. I don't know if it'll be appropriate or not, because the INI A300, which I wanted to fly, hasn't got enough range. I might have to go back into the 777 again, so we'll have a think about it. Right, let's get these engines started, which is always a great affair in the Felis 742. So firstly, we'll get all the ground equipment removed. So ground and disconnect GPU.
Cockpit to ground. Disconnect ground power.
Just make sure everything doesn't go dark. So I've done that before. Should be okay because I've tripped the GPU on the AC. Power with the APU. There it goes off.
Ground power disconnected.
Remove the chocks.
Cockpit
We're on the
to
parking
ground.
brake.
Remove the chocks.
Possibly the A340. I'll have a look into that. 727 Super won't have the range. Oh, I presume the chocks are removed. Usually it says chocks removed, but I'll just double check outside. Yeah, chocks are out. Right, let's start these engines then. So start valve arm.
Ready to start the engines.
Ready for engine start.
Excellent. Starting then, 4123. Starting engine number 4. Let's see if it works.
Starting engine 4.
Starter valve open.
It's in good shape for the engine start. Oh yeah, it's all over here, isn't it? N2. Oil pressure. Engine breather.
20% and 2.
And M1. Fuel's coming on.
Fuel on.
It's definitely gotten quieter. Oh, I know why. I need to turn up the sounds on the tablet. It's got a deafness, remember. Awesome. Just before I do anything else here, sounds.
Engine
where
stabilized.
are you? Options. Next page. Next page. Where's the sounds? External. There we are. 1. Haha. We'll have a bit of that. That's better. Right. Starting engine number 1 now.
Starting engine 1.
Starter valve open.
That's what we want. So quiet, so you can hear the other engine blades rattling. Oh, finish. We want to hear those engines start up. I think we've got 20% N2.
Fuel on.
It's so much fun flying this. No worry, Felis. Oh yeah. Starting engine number 2.
Engine stabilized.
Starting engine 2.
Starter valve open.
That's just. I need a shortcut to get the fuel on so we can watch it from outside. Oh, it's so much quieter in here.
Fuel on.
I mean, when you compare it to the Aviation, amazing. I've still got one more to start. Alright, Right, starting engine number 3.
Starting engine 3.
Starter valve open.
Here we go. Still, it's too quiet here. Hold on, we'll just... yeah, there we are. Perfect. %20
20%
and 2.
N2.
Fuel on.
Fuel on.
Iconic. List of it, unbelievable. Alright. 4 good stars by the looks of it, and sounds of it. It's did before taxi flows. So loud out there. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've tripped the AP already. Close the split breaker system, and we'll turn off the bleed air and turn off the APU. Start switches, we'll leave them on off for now, but flight for departure. Probes on. Anti-ice not required. Am I meant to select this? No, it's already on, isn't it? Actually, bleed on. Flaps for departure. I should think we're 10. Yeah, flaps to 10. I've selected 10.
Flaps 10.
Perfect. Flight controls. Oh yeah, hold on. I have got yoke cam set up, guys. There we are. Forward, back, left, right, rudders right,
Parking
and
brake released.
oh no, that's an error. Fortunately, the Wingwing MCP there isn't a configurator for that, and I really didn't have time to set it all up. Flight controls checked, and turn on the hydraulics. That was it. Okay, I think we're in business. Oops, it looks like I've tripped some of the galley power. Alright. Before taxi checklist now, after start checklist, I think they call it here.
After start checklist.
See how much I forgot.
Flight recorder.
On.
Start switches.
Off.
That must be
Beacon
off.
lights.
Oops!
Damn. On.
Just hope I haven't
Brake
sucked anyone up.
Check.
Start levers.
Idle detent.
Change the jumper, why say 4?
Engine and the ice.
Off.
Electrical panel. Check. Pack valves. Let's see.
Half for the taxi?
Open.
There we are.
Dual warning lights. Out. Hydraulic panel. Check. Flight recorder. On. After start checklist completed.
Alright, let's do the taxi checklist whilst we're taxiing out. Okay, so parking brake
Parking brake released.
is released, just holding on the brakes. Turn off and taxi light. I don't think there is one. We'll just turn on the inboard lights. Just do a quick config check like we would do in the 7.3, and we'll start taxiing. A very short taxi to runway 03. There we go. Very light. Brakes are good. Thank you. I've got to hear that out there. Cheers, Notamuro. Thank you very much for your $5, buddy. Why is it not talking? Have I muted the talker? I don't know. Thank you. Imagine a life using the 727 from Miami to, not sure where that is. You would have to stop maybe in Juliana and somewhere else to refuel. Just imagine. That would be crazy. Absolutely. I don't know, that's like quite a long flight. I don't know where some of those destinations are, but thank you very much. Yes, indeed. You might have to stop on a few places because the range of the 72 isn't great. Thank you very much, Not Amuro. Hope you're doing well. Alright, we're already at the whole point. God, it's so light. Alright. Oh, we're out on VATSIM actually. I should have been unicomming really, but I can't see anyone else here. That's why I chose this really quiet airport. There's a Virgin 7.4 there actually, but I think they're just sort of hanging around here, waiting to be scrapped as well. Right, taxi checklist, already at the whole point.
Taxi checklist, please.
Flaps. Flaps 10.
Flaps 10.
Takeoff data, EPR and airspeed bugs.
Set and cross-check.
Stabilizer trim.
Hello from
Set
Mauritius,
and green deck.
Flight Pro 777, hope you're well.
Probe heat.
On.
Flight controls.
Check.
Yaw dampers.
Check.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness.
Check.
APU. Off. Fuel heat.
Not forgotten anything.
Off.
Pro.
Totalizer
After
and
cargo
gross
heat
weight.
normal. Where's
Set.
that?
Flight engineer and pilot panels.
There you go.
Check. Aft cargo heat.
Never forgot a thing.
Normal. Seatbelt and shoulder harness. Check. Taxi checklist completed.
Perfect. Next is the before takeoff checklist, and we're ready.
Before takeoff checklist.
Icing
Double check the
considerations.
facts and make sure we're not on our own.
Check.
Cabin alert.
Check.
Transponder.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Yeah, no traffic here on fine or anything like that, just en route. Transponder 2000
Check.
TRA.
Ignition.
Hold on.
Flight starts.
Flight start.
Body gear steering.
Start lining up.
Damn.
We can skip that
Parking
because we need to
brake
line
set.
up.
Back valves.
There we are.
This.
Parking brake released.
Oh dear. They want to come off for departure.
Closed. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Fuel boost pumps. On. Cross feed valves. Check.
That we want.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Okay, weather radar's coming on. Oh, it's Unicom as well. What's this place called? Châteauroux. Châteauroux, traffic Alpaca 74 Sierra Foxtrot, lining up runway 03, departure to the north. This. Right, we're lining up. So MCP is set. Transponder TRA, strobe lights are on, and we'll imagine we've got our takeoff clearance as well. The wind, 090 at 5 knots with no significant cloud. God, it's light. Didn't need much brake there to stop. Awesome. So as a reminder, this is a... Oh, I'll just crank it around there. I overshot the centre line slightly. This is an omnidirectional departure
30.
to the north.
20.
Notamura, thank you very much. $5 again. Didn't need to do that. Wasn't sure about what you said. It's where all the F1 stuff always ends up in Brazil. Thank you very much. I thought it was Victor Charlie Papa for Interlagos. That's what I found online where I was planning to fly into. But I'll take on board what you said today, and I might fly into that destination on Friday if all goes to plan. Thank you very much, Notamura. I hope you're doing well. Right then. So Toga's in chat. As mentioned, it'll be an omnidirectional departure, climbing straight ahead to 1,200 feet, just around 700 feet above the ground, and then we're going to make a left turn en route to our first waypoint, which is Amboise. I might as well actually make that active now. 113.7, not the airfield at the station. So 1137 is active on box 1 and 2. No, it's not. No, radio tuning panel doesn't work for this aircraft. Right, 1137, 1137. And we'll just update the HSI when we're airborne. Right, let's go to Kemble. If I can remember how to get rid of that. There we are. Excellent. Brakes released.
Stabilized.
Good. Why is that not going? I've not selected EPR, have I? I have. Whoa, brakes, 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 brakes. Why is that not going up? What have I forgotten? EPR, and then usually you select the auto throttle on, correct? Let me just try one more time. Why is the auto throttle not adding? Go to EFB settings, make sure auto throttle block is on. Okay, yeah. That's what test sectors are for. Alright, that was very anticlimactic. Auto throttle block, user throttle on. Thanks! I think that should do it, because I think it's obviously looking at what exactly I've got there set. There we are. Set takeoff thrust. Oh, I didn't start my timer.
Thrust set.
Oh, center line. Takeoff thrust indication normal. Keep your hand on that thrust limit. Oh my god, the acceleration is crazy.
V1.
Oh my goodness. Oh! A full takeoff M2747.
Positive rate.
Oh my goodness. Gears up. That's not working.
Gear
Gears
up.
up. I'm at 20 degrees nose up, accelerating. Ish. Alright, it's sort of holding the speed. Wow, that is some balmy performance. Have a look at this. Centre line tracking. Oh my goodness. Oh, right, I'm going to make that left turn down en route. I'll get rid of these flight directors because the gun's not good. Alright, start lowering the nose to accelerate to 250 knots. Take off to climb. Bug 250 knots. Unbelievable performance. Why am I not picking up the Amboise VOR as well? I might have to go INS here. Just do 1,000 feet per minute. Sure you want to scrap this one? Nope. After that performance, right, flap 5.
Flaps 5.
I know it's roughly on this track. Why am I not getting VOR? I've got 1137 active. I've got DME, but the HSI is not pointing to the VOR. Is Amboise DME only?
Flaps up.
Amboise is DME only, you prats. That's why I'm not picking it up. There you go. So Amboise on the beacon, look. If I just get out of yoke cam for a second. It's DME only, so I'm going to have to use INS. Waypoint change 01, insert. And then flick this over. INS, there we are. It's a good track at least. There's 250 knots coming up. I need to get these bleeds on, otherwise we're going to die. Right, still lowering the nose. Whoa, it's climbing at 4,500 feet per minute. To be fair, that is realistic. Amboise is DME only. Alright, perfect. Autopilot, INS, and I want indicated airspeed hold. 240 knots, that's fine. Climbing straight up to flight level 430. Outsell. INS is on. Set standard. 1013. 1013. And we're climbing with reduced climb thrust at 3,000 feet per minute. Unbelievable. I'll have to take off checklist coming up.
After takeoff checklist.
Quick.
Gear lever.
Hold on.
I've done it.
Landing and logo light.
Fuel heat.
Damn.
They're coming off the 10,000 feet. Where's the fuel heat switches? I always forget where they are. There they are. Auto. Why is that one open but the others aren't? Right, we're already passing flight level 100. Lights can come off.
Off.
Ignition.
Check.
Seat belts and no smoking sign.
Check.
Back valves. Open.
Okay.
Fuel heat.
Best speed 284 knots. What did I just
After
flick?
checklist
I don't know what I just
completed.
flicked, but it's off. 284 knots is bugged. Going to go to VS. Temporarily lower the nose. So around 1,500 feet per minute to let it accelerate to 284 knots, and then we're going to go to indicated airspeed hold. There we are. It's got so much performance today. We'll be up at 43,000 feet in no time. Wow. Let's hope the pressurisation can keep up. Yeah. Diff pressure is already 4 psi. Camera rate of climb 500 feet per minute. Max continuous thrust set. Okay, I could do that. IS hold 284 knots. You'll see it start pitching up, and let's go max continuous. It's already set by the looks of it. It's already got rid of reduced climb thrust. But anyway, look, 284 knots. To maintain this indicated airspeed, we have to climb at just under 5,000 feet per minute. Stabilising around 4,000. Oh, that's just... That's what you get with an empty jumbo, guys. Very realistic. Awesome. Flight level 430, cabin pressure going up to 9999. Is that what you get at 43,000 feet with this aircraft? Should be 7,500 feet. There we are. We're well on the way now. Airborne 5 minutes, passing 16,200 feet at our econ climb speed. Someone said Mach decimal point. Well, we'll do MMO. We'll do MMO. Just turn these sound stacks. I'm definitely going to go outside. There we are. Nice to finally have some ortho as well. Student, does the diff pressure have a climb rate limitation? It should adjust the outflow valve to probably increase the cabin rate of climb a little more. Certainly not in the 7.3. We don't have any issues. It will quite happily allow you to sustain high rate of climb, and the cabin rate of climb you might see increase around 1,000 feet per minute. I've seen it go up to, but that's more. You can't climb any higher than that. That's for sure. I've never had an issue in the 7.3. For the 7.4, not so sure. We're approaching Amboise in 12 miles. Navigation's looking good here. And then we're going to make a right turn to Liège, which is a VOR, so 1127 we can tune. Might as well use that now, because we're not using the VOR. It's only a DME station we're routing to. There we are, that's updated. Passing 20,000 feet. A visual approach we're going to do at dusk to a very short runway with no approach lights and only runway edge lights. That's my understanding at Kemble. I did have a little look to make sure there was runway edge lights at night, and there were. But this is similar performance you get in an empty 7.3 as well. Awesome. Hello, right. Flick left photo. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for popping in. Hello, Gary Field. Thank you very much for popping in as well. Nice for your comment earlier too. And there we are. Directly ahead. Overhead Amboise. Also looking mighty fine. Hello V Sky Check, nice to see you popped in as well. The Felis 742 is working really well. Still a few issues with cockpit lighting in X-Plane. Probably will go dark in a second, there you go. I thought that had all been fixed. Awesome. So I don't know what the situation is with ATC later. Let's just go here to VATSIM. Man, there's no one online. That's very unusual. Usually always have some area controller. There are a number of events taking part in Austria today, I think. So I doubt we'll have ATC in Kemble. Yeah, so X-Plane 12 all good now. So I had a few issues today, Gary, which I've had for the last month or two. And I had a little look at the X-Plane 12 log, and it came up right at the bottom, something about with fly with lure on every time it was on the loading screen. And it wouldn't matter if it, say, loading scenery files or loading aircraft or whatever. So I actually deleted fly with lure and reinstalled a clean version, which seemed to clean it out a bit. And, touch wood, 3 times loaded into the sim with ortho tiles and everything. No issues, so I don't know. I'd like to think it wasn't as simple as that, but let's see what happens moving forward. I've opted out of the beta in X-Plane at the moment as well. Mad Matt UK, didn't you do this in real life for the 7.3? Yeah, during during COVID, when everything went back back online, you know, with less than 50 passengers, we were always up at 41,000 feet. And yeah, 10 minutes. I've done a ferry flight as well up to 41,000. It was 10 minutes up to that altitude. This is quite funny. Nowadays, obviously, load factors are normal, and you very rarely get up to 41,000 feet unless you have a light load of passengers. But the higher you go, the better shortcuts you generally get from ATC. However, during COVID, everyone was at 41 or 40,000 feet, so you never got any shortcuts, which is a bit unusual. But yeah. Harry Store, it's a whack-a-mole with all the possible reasons. Referencing to French ATC on strike, possibly. Very well, thank you, Rycliffe Photo. Yes, it was, obviously I was really looking forward to doing, I say looking forward to, not with too much enthusiasm, but my failure stream's always hard work for me, but much to the enjoyment of you. And it'd been, I think, 6 months since the last one, but obviously it was not appropriate to do it today. I should have seen that, and I am sorry for any offence caused by anyone here as well. I have postponed it to Friday. I feel that enough time will hopefully have passed there for it to be appropriate to do that. Remember, this isn't my failure streams are not based off any previous event. They're just a bit of fun to deal with situations which are unlikely to happen with multiple failures. So yeah, exactly, yeah, so that was the plan today. Trip tech table. I was meant to be flying from Innsbruck to Reyes over the Alps, which has obviously got a lot of high terrain and things to think about. I had to descend quickly, but I postponed that because of the UPS MD-11 freighter accident that happened around midnight UK time. But if everyone's happy for me, I've already rescheduled that stream. It's still live on YouTube on Friday at 3:30. That's the plan, to continue with that series. I think it'll be the 5th or 6th one I've done of that. So yes, that is what we'll do. Spiska check. Yes, but we simmers learn a lot every time there is some courageous fail stream. I learn a lot too. Look at that, guys. 34,000 feet, 12 minutes. Still climbing at 2,000 feet per minute. Just check all this pressurisation, actually. So cabin altitude 7,000 feet. Diff pressure's fine. Nowhere near max diff pressure. It looks like it's scheduled to maintain just below 7,500 feet. Cabin altitude. Short fly, 55 minutes today. Rycliffe Photo. We're almost up at 43,000 feet today. We're going to maintain this indicated airspeed until we get to 0.85. Oh no, crazy sarcasm, we won't get any work done. Nightbot, there you go, that's the routing information. We're currently on the Alpha 34 airway to Sitet. And that's the programmed INS waypoint number 2. And we should be Sitet at our current speed in around 15 minutes. Our actual descent is 10 miles before Sitet, so we're going to probably start descending in about 12 minutes. So as soon as we get up to our cruise, will immediately start talking about the approach. This is going to be a visual approach today into Kemble. We can't fly the only published approach, which is an RMP. So we climb. What will happen if you try to climb above 43,000 feet? The aircraft will probably do it. Aircraft have maximum certified altitudes for various different reasons, though. And I think, looking online, that certain 747-200s could fly above that, military variants, but most were certified as a maximum altitude of 43,000 feet. Yes, ProPilot Co, I know. I had some very interesting individual post multiple times on all of my community posts how distasteful it was. If you watch the last 2 streams, you'll literally hear me say next stream will be the failure series stream. And, you know, I did publish that this morning and I was aware of what happened, but I didn't really think of the alarm it would cause. You know, and I was thinking, right, okay, that's probably not a good idea, and I did listen to feedback and I made that decision quite early to reschedule it, but it was completely, you know, I've done how many of these streams in the past, the last 2 or 3 years, 5 or 6 as I mentioned, but anyway, it is a terrible accident. I don't see the link between my 737 engine failure series and what happened. I think if you actually type in YouTube and watch all of the speculative videos already out, which I think are completely inappropriate, they're the people you want to be sort of berating. Anyway, I digress, but it obviously, I think Megabyte Gaming says it nicely, condolences to all the families, obviously, absolutely. You know, 3 people on board the aircraft and a number killed on the ground. Awful, awful. Right, approaching 43,000 feet. And then we'll carry on going from there. Playing the thumbnail. Yes, I don't understand again the thumbnail. I understand it was an engine failure. If you look at all of the thumbnails from my previous engine failure streams, I have them all saved on my thumbnail editing app I use online. The exact same one I use, which I plonk on the engine. I usually chop the gear off, which I've done on this picture too. And it upset a lot of people. If you look at all of those, it's the exact same. Have a look at my engine failure tutorial stream video, but I've done both streams and videos. It's the exact same effect. It's just the timing wasn't appropriate, which I fully understand, which is why we're doing this today and not the next episode of our failure series. Lisbon does crossing the meridian involve a certain ritual, like contacting a grumpy London controller with course on airframe routing, altitude, position, birthday, if you're over current route. Yes, the ritual is you pat your head and pat your tummy at the same time. No, I probably cross the meridian every single day without realising. Anyway, about past 45. Oh my goodness me! I'm doing Mach 0.9. We best go to Mach hold, ladies and gentlemen. I've absolutely saturated this. Mach hold, Mach 0.9. Ah, I think this is the fastest we've ever gone. Anyway, look, she's really struggling because of the parasitic drag here. I might just crank it back a little bit. Let's just go. Oh, look, there's traffic there. I haven't been on X-Plane since my last group flight, so I usually turn that off. Hold on. X-Plane settings. I only have that on for group flights, members group flight. So aircraft labeled type. Just turn that off. Perfect. Nearly had a TCAS. Right, yeah, let's just go to VS. EPR select. Let's just... Oh, hold on, why is that not climbing? Let me click that. What have I done here? EPR's on. Yeah, it's weird. What have I done here? It won't let me rotate the vertical speed wheel. On EPR, VS. Am I going that fast? Yeah, I'm just going to take... bear with me. Just going to knock a little bit of thrust off. Perfect. We've got it set to IS, have I? It's on VS, isn't it? Yeah, it's on. Oh, yeah. There's other professional streamers available. My bad. Right, EPR back on. Let's get the speed back to 8.5 and get us up to 430. And then I need to start descending. My bad. That didn't happen on the test sector. Nothing happened on my test sector, apart from quickly rearranging a new stream and liaising with random person off eBay. 40,000 feet, ladies and gentlemen, Mach 0.88. Look at that. Full EPR climb, climbing at 1,500 feet per minute. I'm able to maintain my Mach number. Take care, Lisbon. Thanks for popping in, buddy. What's our ground speed? 535 knots. Almost halfway. Oh god, I've got to start descending as soon as we get there. This is fast. Right, so yeah, top of descent is 10 miles before SITET. We're 72 miles. So simply how I've worked that out is, if I grab the operational flight plan here, is work off 3 times 43,000 feet, which is basically 10 miles from SITET on the flight plan. And that's to end up at 4,000 feet at Oxor for a straight-in visual approach. Should better just get an update on that weather. 1505. Oh, it's slight tailwind there. Does it usually give you like the wind tailwind component? We'll
Down
stick
to level off.
with straight in off runway 26 anyway. On to go. Larry, yeah, I can see you're referencing the MD-11 here. As mentioned at the start of the stream, obviously it's very evidential based, your observation here. If we could avoid any speculation on it today, I certainly won't speculate. It's something I've never done with these accidents until the facts are out. We just don't know what happened. Feel free to discuss in Discord though, guys, but generally on the public streams will avoid it. There we are, 43,000 feet, the maximum certified altitude of the 747-200. Mach 0.87. Get to 0.88, just put the order throttle onto Mach hold, which is only an indicated airspeed up here, around 250 knots. Aircraft easily able to maintain that Mach number. There we are, and let's go to Mach. Excellent, see, there we are. The order throttle is going to slowly reduce for us to maintain our Mach number. Right, we'll just do a little fuel and time check then en route. So we're just approaching Deauville, and then we have Sitet as our active waypoint. So if we just go here to the OFP, Deauville, we should have 10.7 tons of fuel. We've got 10.6, we use a smidge extra, and we've got no extra fuel. Fuel use 6.9 tons a side, so that's about it, 3.6 a side, yeah, 3.6 in each wing. And time en route, 22 minutes, we are 22 minutes, so exactly as we expect. And as I mentioned, 10 miles, 40 miles to go, we'll start our descent. But there really isn't much to mention here. So our destination, Kemble, is it called the Cotswolds Aerodrome? There's no scheduled flights. There are business jets that fly into this airport, but it's sat here in uncontrolled airspace. It's Class G, just to the east of Bristol. Never flown in there myself, even when I was hour building as well. So this should obviously liaise with London to exit controlled airspace and then free call ahead. Whether this is a control tower, I'm not so sure. But you'd have to maintain a good visual look at any uncontrolled airspace. You'd probably get some sort of service from Fairford, so some sort of basic or traffic service. When we're in uncontrolled airspace in the UK, we request a deconfliction service. But we'll go towards Oxford, which will take us straight in. So hopefully approaching there, the weather today is suitable for a visual approach. So visual approach, there is no chart. However, you can use a chart for reference. So we'll look at RMP runway 26. We're not going to fly this, but there's no terrain issues. 2,500 feet all the way around. It'll be a visual approach. So what we do at my operator for visual approach is we set the elevation of the aerodrome plus 500 feet. As a sort of, it's not a DA, but it's just a stabilisation point. So what I'm going to do is set the rad out to 500 feet, which will be 936 on the altimeter. But to get the call, we'll have to set it to 500 feet. So rad out 500, so we get the minimums. Cool. And then we'll continue. Landing performance then, it's a very short runway for a 747, but this is an airport that frequently gets 747, well, I say frequently, 747s go here for storage and to be scrapped, so they can land. Taking off as well, I have seen a video on YouTube and aircraft departing. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, once they've landed, do they have to be towed off the runway? I'm not sure. But look, we've got a 43 metre wide runway. What I'm going to do is a 180 backtrack, and we'll see how the scenery is. Take it off at Charlie, perhaps, and shut down here. But that's the plan. Straight in. No charts to reference, apart from the RMP, just as a sort of rough idea if we're on the correct height and whatnot. And we're going to get some sort of distance from INS. So, look, we've got the runway point coded. If we're roughly at 10 miles from the airport and I'm at 5,000 feet, I'm too high. So that's the plan. We'll just use it off the INS navigation. Currently going to be routing after Sitet to Midhurst. We'll tune up Midhurst to Compton as backup. I then know when I'm on the 306 radial 22 miles from Compton, we'll start looking left for the airport, and we'll do some sort of CTA. So yeah, that's it, guys. No visual approach. Wish me luck for the first visual approach I've done in the 74. But very, very nice. Just crossing east of Cherbourg Peninsula, over Deauville, over the English Channel. So a little look outside. There you go, see the coastline ending. I didn't download Ortho for the UK because it will be dark. Hello Sid, Sheriff 240, hope you're doing well. George Wilton, how long left of the flight? I'd say about 20-25 minutes, probably a smidge longer. It's got to descend from 43,000 feet. About to sequence to the next waypoint after Sitet, inbound to check the flight plan Midhurst. So Midhurst is the next VOR we're going to fly towards. 1140. That's active. 140. So used to RNAV waypoints. Midhurst should have DME, but again, I'm not picking up anything. It's definitely 1140. And it is VOR DME, so I don't know why I'm not picking up DME. ETA 1825. Yeah, that's it. We've got an ETA here, but obviously we're going to slow down a bit. That's as the crow flies at the present speed. It's probably around 1830 Zulu. So yeah, 20 minutes. Right, there we are. 10 miles till top of descent. 10 miles from Sitet. Let's go down. So look, there's no ATC. We'll set something sensible. Let's go to flight level 80. Disconnect the auto throttle. Who needs test sectors, eh? And slowly reduce the thrust to idle. Select IS hold. So the aircraft's going to start pitching down to maintain our descent speed of around 250 knots. It's probably a minimum thrust setting to ensure that we don't get any low M1 for pressurization. Oh, I can hear fireworks going off already. Did you hear that? Did you guys hear that? Down we go. Tall order group, hope you're doing well. Did my first solo at Kemble Sam in the 80s. Fairford had a KC-135 tanker flying constantly, which was fun for my first flight. Very cool tall order group. Yes, we're going to fireworks party on Saturday. Unfortunately, my garden's not very suitable for a fireworks party. There we are, overhead Sitet, making a left turn towards Midhurst, then Compton. In fact, I don't know why that's not coming up here. Oh my goodness me. I assure you it's not the aircraft making that noise. I've got my window open. Aaron Jack is absolutely fine with fireworks, always has done. I haven't got him at the moment, so he'll be well looked after. But never had any issues with fireworks with him. Home email, what is a fireworks party? So in the UK we celebrate something called Guy Fawkes Night on the 5th of November. Guy Fawkes was an individual who tried to blow up Parliament. How many years ago was it? A long, long time ago, to celebrate the fact that he unfortunately didn't blow up Parliament. We celebrate that by fireworks, or bonfire night, every 5th of November. Gary, happy birthday today, so I tend to avoid fireworks. Oh, very good. Well, I haven't got my soundboard up, so I can't remember. It is a bit of a random holiday, yes. Great excuse to go buy lots of fireworks, though. Right, we're just going to hold it at an idle descent. We're doing altitude distance cross-check. Passing Midhurst, our next waypoint. We'll have a rough idea if we're too high or low. Midhurst is in 6 minutes, 51 miles to go. Hello, William. When BA retired the 747s in COVID times, they would mash the brakes and shut down engines on the runway. Oh, no way. I've just always had this Kemble stream in the back of my mind, actually. I thought, oh, this would be a good idea to do it today. Nice short little Felis stream. Over the channel, a few ships around. And the sun is setting. 2 hours behind live time, of course. It's right now 1813 Zulu in real life. 1613 in the sim. Very early for fireworks, isn't it? Gosh, when you've been up at 43,000 feet descending, I've only just passed 35,000 feet. Clouds look very nice, they are indeed. Oh, that's a fantastic view. Ripple, this is lovely. Very nice. Very chill stream. And hopefully it'll fix X-Plane. What aircraft do you want me to fly next, guys? Because I was actually setting up this stream this afternoon after I decided to postpone the failure one. I was thinking, what really could I do? I'm really influenced by what you guys want to see, but I hadn't done anything in the 7.5. I know that, don't know seen it. I wanted to fly X-Plane, so I've not used it for a while, so it's good to be back in this sim. I think I've fixed my issues. Fingers crossed. I might just shut the windows if fireworks going off. It's a little distraction. It's either fireworks or someone's got a backfiring car. Hold on. Ugh. There we are. 340. So this 340, is this the Unibuilds one? Is this the Praetor variant? What's this Praetor? Actually, does that come with a cargo? Actually, are there any dedicated 340 cargoes? I don't know. Rebel, show us around the cockpit. Absolutely. So here we are. This is the Felis 742, fully working and modelled engineers panel, which I haven't had to touch since pretty much top of climb. There's no auto engineer, so you have to manipulate all this yourself, which reminds me, as I've started descent, I need to open the final reserve fuel valve so we can fill up the number 1 and number 4 main tank. But yeah, it's nice. It's got a very basic cabin modelled, but it does have a cabin. This is the quintessential classic airliner add-on. It's so good. You know, by texture quality, Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's far better add-ons, but as recreating 747-200 ops, you can't get any better than this. ATR, Lama International, Bluebird 75. Is the Bluebird 75 out? Oh, no, not out yet. The new PMDG 73 for 2024 be good. Tony's 340. Yeah. Oh, I could probably do a poll, couldn't I? But yeah, back on the 340. Is there a cargo dedicated variant of the A340? I know there's that outfit in Bournemouth. Just come under the cloud there. That looks very nice. There's a cargo outfit in Bournemouth, which is that a Praetor? Or is that sort of like they just fill in the cargo holds as well? But no, it could be quite a good aircraft for the next Formula 1 positioning flight I want to do between Mexico and Brazil. Dreamliner, there's not a great Dreamliner available swim and climb, and I want to do a cargo flight anyway, carrying F1 parts. So I'll have to do a vote, Tolis A340 or get the Unibuilds A340. Both of which I think have a Praetor version. We'll have to imagine it's a Praetor. We'll just imagine we're carrying F1 fans. Thanks, Tyler. Happy Guy Fawkes night. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So, passing Midhurst, our next waypoint. I'll show you here on the chart. Passing 27,000 feet. Pretty much doing an idle path descent still. Remaining distance from touchdown at Midhurst is 70 miles. We want to be roughly at 21,000 feet passing Midhurst, which we're probably got to be too far off. 2.5 minutes to go. Yeah, I'd keep the descent as it is. Really, 3 times your height works really nicely. So we'll just keep an eye on it and go from there. Isn't there a Praetor Funfair in Vienna? Absolutely no idea. DC-6 cargo. Yeah, we've done Air Atlantique, but it's a little bit too slow to fly. As I mentioned, we're sort of doing a continuation of my stream a couple of weeks ago, overnight. Oh, sorry, it was an overnight stream where we flew the 777 between Austin, Texas and Mexico City for the Austin Grand Prix. On Friday night, I'd like to fly from Mexico to Interlagos or Victor Charlie Papa, which is it's the perfect flight time for an overnight stream, about 9 hours. So yeah, either the Tolis A340 or the Unibuilds A340 Praetor variant. But from my understanding, these Praetor aircraft, they have seats, but also they're also used to fly cargo. Hi Sasha, hope you're doing well. Good evening on a break and chilling as you fly along, as you're now known as Flying Walnut 737. Hope you're doing well. Approaching Midhurst, next is left turn to Compton. Don't think we're going to get any ATC today, guys. That's really surprising. I always thought London was chocker with ATC on every weeknight. Germany is, by the looks of it. I'm having a little look here at Frankfurt. where there's no event. Let's have a look here. It's not as busy as it can be, but it's still fully staffed. I bet there's not many days or hours where it's not fully staffed. Ah, bended cannock. The INI one does not have seats, it's pallets. Oh, really? So, the INI builds A340, or the Praetor variant. I didn't even realise this was a term until quite recently. Have they removed the seats for pallets to go in place then? Very interesting. Beautiful sunset here, look at that. And that's why I wanted to fly live time a couple of hours ago. We are INSing from Midhurst to Compton. Wanted to be around 21,000 feet. Tad high, 22,300. What's the wind doing here? Okay, winds from the south, 44 knots, so a little bit of a tailwind. Keep an eye on it. No issue crossing the meridian. Oh yes, the YS-11. This is the Japanese aircraft, isn't it? Bro would like to fly to Split, Croatia. That's somewhere we've visited before, but be a great destination nonetheless. Okay, so we're going to set the runway QDM 261 for when I do turn off INS later, just for reference. I've not had to update the heading bug for the entire flight, but there we are. Set that up now. 261. 261. So next waypoint we'll judge how high we are. So we're coming into Compton, that's the active VOR. Compton, remaining distance to touchdown is 35, so we want to be at around 10,500 feet in 5 minutes. So I'm not quite descending quick enough, so I'm going to start introducing speed brake. So whenever you're descending, obviously our members would have seen my Discord stage event recently where we talked about descent management. You always want to be doing mental maths in the background to work out if you are high or low and predict any shortcuts. So if you know the remaining distance to touchdown, which you get off your operational flight plan, it gives you a rough idea of if you're high or low or not. So as I mentioned, Compton, active waypoint, Compton, looking at the flight plan, is 35 miles till touchdown, times that by 3, which is 10,500. That's roughly the altitude you want to be, plus a bit of tailwind perhaps as well. So if I aim to be at around 10,000 feet at Compton, which with this rate of descent won't be an issue, we can just adjust our rate of descent as required. It's not really mental, that's very basic arithmetic having still. I'm not sure if that's sarcasm or not. Smith 12 WHG, making a reference there for Compton, very good. Right, bit of engine anti-ice perhaps. Temperature is... where is the temperature on this beast? I've only flown it several times before. Can't see it. We'll turn on engine anti-ice. And we'll select the landing flap as well. Set reference bugs, load. There we are. So the bugs should be set. Flap 1 clean is 224 knots today, and then flap 1 204. Perfect. So we've got low M1. That's probably the demand for the engine anti-ice. I'm actually going to add a bit of thrust here. It's a bit unusual having speed brake and thrust, but otherwise we don't have enough to maintain pressurization engine anti-ice. Yeah, very light on touchdown, absolutely. Probably just a minimal flare here. Right, to the soup. I hope X-Plane weather is actually matching real world weather, because we have to fly don't forget we have to fly visual approach today. Oh dear. Good, maintaining 250 knots. Nice gradual descent here. No traffic on TCAS. All good. Keep the engine anti-ice on as we're in and out of the cloud, even though I don't know what the total air temperature is. Where is the TAT gauge? Oh, there it is. 8 degrees, yeah, engine anti-ice on. Oh, I never noticed that gauge before. That's continuous. So I put takeoff dry. Oh yes, you can see the target EPR change. 1.59. That's cool. Want it on go around anyway. 1.55. Excellent. Alright. 250 knots below 100. That's set. And we're in a lovely position here. So what I'm going to do is stow the speed brake. And keep descending nice and gently to flight level 80. In fact, what I'll do is revert to vertical speed. Set
10,000.
2,000 feet per minute. Auto throttle to speed hold. 250 knots. And turn it on. Right, post cruise checks. Lights can come on. Pop on the logo light. APU's off. Pressurization set. Belts on. Checks complete. And let's just run the... I never actually disarmed the body gear steering for takeoff. You guys are quite good at catching that. Surprised. Descent checklist.
Approach checklist, please.
Low M1 a bit more thrust.
Seatbelt and shoulder harness.
Check.
Oh, I need to get out of this cloud.
No smoking signs.
More thrust.
On.
Come on, auto throttle.
1,000 level off.
Oh
Heavy
yeah.
eyes.
Off.
Engines will start
Exterior
spawning up
lights.
now to maintain 250.
Check.
Outer brakes.
Hold on.
Auto brake. Let's have a quick look here. Performance calculation landing. Landing distance. Even with minimum, like 2063, we'll go medium 1590. That's fine.
Low.
Radio INS switches.
Alright, so MSA's 2.5. I'm happy to go down to 4,000 feet to be level at Oxor, which is the next restriction. So 4,000 feet. Outsell. I'm going to keep it vertical speed. And we've got 4 minutes to run. So I need to do at least 1,000 feet per minute. Let's do 1,500. Just to make sure we're level. So, oh, we're out of the cloud as well. What was the checklist? So much to do! We can go to radio momentarily. Yeah, let me just match the heading bug. Actually, no, we can keep it on INS now, so we'll skip that. Make sure, remind me to go back to radio.
Computer selectors.
Check.
Brake pressure.
Check.
Good day for visual approach, yeah.
Altimeters.
Nice.
1, 0,
No.
1, 3.
That's not the QNH.
Landing data, EPR, and airspeed buttons.
QNH is...
Set.
Why is it American?
Seatbelts and shoulder harness.
2968 1005.
Check.
That'll do.
Fuel panel.
I'm in the UK.
Check. Fuel heat. Let's see.
Yes, I'm coming. 1005. I need to add thrust for low M1 as well. Ah, fuel heat. The workload, the workload. Edo, I need to do this shared cockpit with you.
Off. EPR computer.
Go around.
Go around. Cabin altitude. Check.
I need speed brakes. I need to slow down
Circuit breakers.
to the up speed.
Check.
God, look at the pitching moment from
Approach
speed
checklist
brake.
completed.
Alright, so we're routing towards Oxor, the last RMP waypoint. Once we're there at 4,000 feet, we need to start looking left for the runway. All I know is that the final approach track is 261. Alright, so what I'm going to do is preset the heading to 261. So when it's on final, starts turning, I can go heading select and switch off INS navigation. Oh, I'm going to have to just take off the auto throttle here because I need to add thrust. Oh, actually, engine anti-ice can come off now. That's going to help with the
1,000 level
thrust.
off.
Coming in fast. Yeah, we're good. We're reducing speed, and we've still got 12 miles till Oxor, so we're fine. And I'm going to level off nice and early. Outsell. Ah! Off. Why is that flicked off for? Is that because of... Off? Hey, is that because it's capturing 4,000 feet already? Yeah, I think it's capturing 4,000 feet. Right, not as much of a CDO as I wanted, but we'll level off at 4,000 feet. And... what was the up speed again? Landing checklist. That's my speed brake getting caught. Low up speed. 224. Oops. Come on, auto throttle. Add thrust, add thrust, add thrust. My magic speed brake's going up and down. Right. Okay. We're good. Nice little crest on 2.6 has been simulated. Roger. Right, we're going to beat... I'm glad I've got Kemble as the last waypoint on the INS because I couldn't have routed here conventionally. There's no beacons on the airfield. There's nothing. But we'll maintain 4,000 feet because Oxor, our final waypoint, is 22 miles from touchdown. So we want to be, would we ideally at 6,000. So we're a bit coming in low, which is what we want. It has got Pappies. It's alright, we're not upsetting too many people below us. What could possibly go wrong? This reminds me of when we flew the Tupolev into Duxford. There's no ortho for the UK here, unfortunately, but it is not really needed as it's almost dark. Alright. Is that it? No, that's RAF Fairford, not to be confused with Kemble. Alright, that's definitely Fairford. Long runway, military style apron. I've gotten permission from Fairford to directly fly over there, the airfield. But this is quite useful because when you look at the map, you can sort of have a rough idea of where you're coming in from. There we are, as we approach Oxor. You can see where Fairford is, so it's good to have some situational awareness there. I was there last year at the air show. Fantastic. Anyway, thank you very much, Fairford, for the Matt's transition. Alright, there we are. So, on to heading select. Off INS. I'm going to go to radio navigation now, because we're going to be looking for that runway. Let's detune the HSI so it's actually lined up on the runway. And I'm going to start gradually descending now to 3,000 feet. Outsell, VS. Let's just do a gentle 1,000 feet per minute. And we'll select some flaps. Flap 1.
Flaps 1.
I'm going to go straight to flap 5. Bug the flap 5 speed.
Flaps 5.
185 knots. Okay, this is really dead reckoning now. And because of my super light eyesight, 3 reds at Kemble. You see that, guys? See that? Just can't teach that. Dead reckoning. So, you know, I better do some unicomping, shouldn't I? London traffic Alpaca 740 Foxtrot, final for a visual approach Kemble, runway 26. But, you know, the BA guys, when they scrapped the jumbos, would have to have done the exact same thing. Oh no, actually there's an RMP approach. No, they would have been fine in their 400s. Alright. So we'll maintain 3,000 feet. How do you zoom in like that on the line? You turn this knob in the 737 on the side, it gives you super eyesight. Binoculars, of course. Alright. Well, you can see it's slightly offset, but we'll take it. Right, let's line up that landing checklist, because guess what I'm going to do from now on for a bit of fun. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Want to throttle off? Want to pilot off? I can't even see the runway very well. Let's do a visual approach. Old school. Alright, I've got no DME distance. Let's just detune everything. The only thing I've got is this INS distance here. Alright. Let's just start descending around 3,000 feet, 180 knots. Keep the Pappies rough at the same point. I'm going to use my binoculars and see that I have 4 whites. Ah! I need to keep descending now. And I have to drop the gear. Oh, it's not working.
Gear down.
It's a bit late descending. Right, don't level off. Flap 10.
Flaps 10.
I was really late starting this descent here. Let's just do 1,500 to get back on path. Flap 20, we're fine. We're
Flap
below the
20.
flap 20 speed. Oh gosh,
Gears
it's
down,
slippy.
green light.
I don't fit. Flight directors come off, they're useless. Come on, Sam. I was really late. I didn't realise how close in I was. 180 knots. Getting back on centre line. Again, I'm going to have to do more than 1,500 feet per minute. Flight start. Let's run the checklist.
Landing checklist.
Flap 25.
Gear.
I might have screwed this up.
Down and check.
Down and check.
Flaps 25.
Why did I level off for so late? Where's the
Flaps.
runway? There it is. 3 whites.
Flaps 25.
Flaps 25. Spoilers.
Landing flap
Yeah.
30 below 160. Arming the spoilers.
Flaps 30.
Keep the Don't level off, you prat.
Flight start.
Anti-skid.
Check.
There we are. It's coming in. 1,000 feet per minute.
1005. Set and cross-check.
1000.
Landing checklist completed.
Perfect. Alright. Visual approach. My speed book is completely wrong. Whoa. Now I want to be doing about 800 feet per minute. Don't level off. That's my final approach speed there. Not in trim. Alright, we're now on final speed. Oh, it's so light. It's flying
Minimums.
very easily because of this weight. Probably going about 15 knots too
500
fast.
Minimums.
Continue. Kemble traffic alpaca 740 Foxtrot, final runway 26. Alright, here we go. Speed's good. Smidge high. Oh, 4 white, speedily correcting. Watch that rate of descent. God, it's got a display threshold Y. Oh, yeah, it's fine in jumbo. Oh,
50,
too fast.
40, 30,
Ooh.
20, 10.
Oh no! Oh. I'm going around too long. Go around. Flap 20. Set go around thrust. Oh, I landed too long. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Gear up. There's no standard missed approach off a visual. Climb runway heading 3000. I can't land like that here. 3,000 feet set.
Gears up.
Alright, slower the nose. 1 to go. On bug 220. Probably got too high a thrust setting. What's my fuel status, engineers? Flap 10.
Flaps 10.
It was never going to work. Destabilize approach, destabilize landing. I'm holding it at flap 5,
Flaps
reducing to 220 knots. Now we are 3,000 feet, trim. Alright, there we are. She's in trim. Let's do the after takeoff checklist. Gears off, maintaining 220 knots. And we'll make a left visual circuit. Oh, this is fun. Alright, whoa, that's unusual. So usually when I drop the turn in the 7.3, the nose goes down. The nose came up there, which I wasn't expecting. This is muscle memory for a 7.3, but yeah, pretty good. 3,000 feet, 220 knots. Do a 25-degree angular bank turn. This is where Toby eye tracker would be very useful. Fuel check, yes. We've got 7 tons on board. What's that? About 45 minutes endurance in this, I think. Right, we'll roll out on a track of 080 downwind. Has anyone got the timings for a 747? Or should I just stick with the 7.3 visual circuit? Well, 240 knots, it ain't going to work. Oh, look at that. Right, well, I did boga for you guys. 20 minutes fuel, is it? I forgot what this thing burns an hour. But yeah, we've got 7.2 tons. It doesn't seem like a huge amount for a 747-200 altitude. Ah, oh, control that speed. Right, we're downwind. Can someone get the wind, please, in Kemble? And I'm very high. Too high for a circuit. Right, where's the airport? Should be on my left-hand side somewhere. There it is. Very wide downwind. I'll start descending down to 2,000 feet. Ah! And I'm going to go flap 10.
Flaps 10.
It's 2,000 feet. That would be the circuit altitude I'm expecting. No data available. Right, Bristol. Bristol's the nearest international airport. I have no excuses for that approach apart from that fact I was destabilised from the start. It's never going to work. Oh, I can see the wind's coming from the south, isn't it? I can see the drift. What's the wind? Oh, the INS is all now because I've gone around. Yeah, 170.23. I could tell it was from the south from the wind. You know, it was drifting me towards the runway here. Right, I'm going to sort of do a half-hearted visual circuit because I'm at the wrong height, the wrong speed, and I have no idea about the timings for the jumbo. So I roughly beam the wrong way now. So let's start a timer. I'm too high, so I'm going to go out for probably slightly over a minute, and then I'll just maintain 2,000 feet. Oh, is there someone at final in Kemble? 2,200 feet below us. Okay. Keep a good look out at the circuit. So there's 2,000 feet. I'm just going to take a bit more thrust off. Oh my gosh, my fat belly. I'm not that fat, it's my top. Right, there's 2,000. Level off. Right, there's 35 seconds. Let's drop. Oh, that's not
Gear down.
Gear down, flap 20.
Flaps 20.
I'm not going to repeat the checklist. I just don't have time to start fiddling with the checklist in the visual circuit. So I'll just have to presume everything's set up. Okay, I'm doing it roughly the same as a 7.3 circuit now. I'm going to go slightly over 55 seconds. Usually we turn at 50. Let's select the landing flap momentarily. Let's see how this works out. Right, let's turn base.
Flaps
Start
25.
descending around 500 feet per minute. Whoa, it's so sensitive in pitch. Ooh. Kemble traffic, Alpaca 740 Foxtrot, base leg, runway 26. Alright. I did not expect this morning to be doing a visual circuit, the Felis 747-200. I can't even see the flipping airport. I think it's here, look. Yeah, that's it. There's no... Let's just... Right, let's turn final. I've got no Toby eye tracker on. Landing flap.
Flaps 30.
It'll be sheer luck if I'm on the Pappies turning final here. I can't even see that.
1,000.
Oh, rate of descent. I'd rather come in a bit lower. Right, no DME distance, no visual perception. Alright, yeah, low, 4 reds, that's okay, as long as we're stable by the gate. Yeah, that would be your controller or your instructor. I'd be slapping the back of your hand. If you're a bit too low, listen off. Full level off. No, I'm not too bothered by that. That was a good effort at the circuit. I think I was just a bit too ultra conservative, but we're in a lot... Oh no, I'm not too fast. I'm in a much better position than I was. Just going a little bit fast. We cannot let it float like we did last time. Right, 2 reds, 2 whites. We're in trim. Keep the picture. Let's reset my view. There we are.
Approaching minimums.
Checked.
Minimums.
Continue. Alright, keep bringing that speed back to around 135 knots. I know it was a bit too fast. Crosswinds from the left, I can feel it. Crabbing, let's get her in trim as we slow down. Alright, that's looking much better. Smidge high, just adjust the rate of descent slightly. That's better. Right, back on profile. Oh, the thrust is so low. Not I'm used to. Here we go. Don't worry, in the 7.4.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, that'll do. Right, acceptable. Speed brakes up. Oh! Oh, back airborne again, I think.
Auto brake off.
Oh my god, I got full nose down. Lower the nose. It's full nose down. What's going on? What's happened?
Off reverse.
Eh? Is my nose down? Oh! My nose is down, ladies and gentlemen. I thought it wasn't down yet. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kemble. You're in a 7.4, yeah. We're down. Look, we're down. Ferocious. Got caught out by the Kemble hump. Look, we're down. Acceptable. Kemble, visual surfing. That was trippy. It was trippy for me. I was like, this is me. I was like, why is it not going down? But no, we're here. 43 metres wide. Is this suitable to get this turned around on? I don't know. I don't know what the PCN is for this here as well. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
It's all good, guys. All good. Oh, God. I'm not on the grass, am I? Am I? Yeah, fine. Loads of room. 43 metres wide, though. There you go, nothing to see here. Right, welcome to Kemble, ladies and gentlemen, where I didn't have a runway excursion. Very impressively rotated on the runway. Listen, from what I understand from Will, 747 has to land and shut down the engines and be towed. So I've got no choice. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kemble, Cotswolds Aerodrome, where they fly the 747-200 to scrap it. And we're now here. We'll just take the first left and shut down the engines. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, that was really interesting. So, you know, the first visual approach looked all good on the Pappies, disconnected, but I just didn't descend. I was too fast. I didn't realise how close I was to the runway, so it was the right decision after we floated to do the go around and then execute the missed approach, which I was quite happy with. It was go around flap 20 in the jumbo and then gear up, and then the visual circuit worked out quite nice, and I was very conservative, turned a bit late, and actually I think if I stuck with the times, just bring it to a stop on this taxiway, I think if I stuck with the times for the NG, it would have actually worked out quite well with the circuit. But yeah, I went out a bit too long for downwind, which I don't know what the times are for the jumbo. Turned base, and by the time I turned final I was low, but you know, levelled off, get back onto the Pappies, and that's fine. But there we are. You had the parking brake set. I hope not.
Parking brake set.
It's set now, but there we are. We should be good. We'll have a look at the replays anyway. So this is a bit of a non-standard stream. I won't get the aircraft all shut down. There's no taxi on stand. There's no ATC. We'll just go straight into the replay, really. The clean-up fly I usually do and run the checklist, but next time we'll do that. Let's have a look at the replay from this position, because it could be quite interesting. But look, it was something a bit different, a bit of fun today after the last minute change of plan. Let me turn on the replay music here and see what was what. I think you're going to go all the way back to that first approach, which I actually had a bit of touchdown with, but because I was landing very long, we made the decision to go around. Uh-oh. Come on. Expectos usually been quite stable with replays recently. Oh, there we are. There we go. I found it. Just turn the overlay off. Right, here we are. So this was the first approach, which was a little bit high and a little bit fast. I had a good crosswind, didn't I? Look at that. Very nice. They flared. Oh my god! You see how close I was to touching down on that? A kiss. Do you see that? Oh my goodness. Almost landed flat because I was so light. It was just a kiss, look. And then we canned it. So light. Look at that. Oh, this is going to be awesome on the replay. Let's have a look at this. This is going to look so cool. Yeah, probably. I think the main gear hit first. It was so light. Too fast. Yeah, I was probably, oh my god, probably going a little bit too fast for this weight, which is why it looks so flat. Yeah, and I was getting the nose down there. I was actually below the horizon. But I did get on the mains first. Wow. That's so cool. How amazing is the replay tool? And oh, that's so cool. And look how high we got to. Right. Let's have a little look here. I think I can actually keep in this view. There we are on the circuit. Look at that! How cool is that? The replay tool is amazing in X-Plane. Right, I think that's me on base leg there. No, that's downwind. Yeah, X-Plane 12 is great for this sort of stuff. Now we're descending to 2,000 feet. There we are. Here comes the base leg turn. Lots of little corrections there. There's the gear coming down. Base after about a minute or so, which was too late. There we are. And yeah, the perception I had was completely off. The optical illusion. I thought I was really nose high. It's because we were so flat. That's why I think because I landed on all of the wheels pretty much instantaneously. The derotation I didn't have to do, which is what threw me off, because you could see me lowering that. I'd full nose down. I was actually just putting loads of weight on the nose gear. Let's have a little look at this then. Oh, same as before, look, too fast. Too fast, this weight. I'll have to see if I landed on the mains earlier, yeah. I was down, look. Wow. Let's have a look at that. Slightly different perspective. You can actually see here the gear. Yeah, landed on all wheels at the same time. Oh, look. Oh, look, I was on the nose wheel. Sorry. Look at that. The mains are on. I can't hear myself. I know, look, I was like... full nose down. Wait, oh. Wow. I'll just pause it there. And that's why... Oh, I love this sim. I was too fast. And I've landed on all the wheels, and that visual perception I'm not used to. So I was expecting, right, where's the derotation of the nose? And because I landed so flat, I was having to sort of thinking, right, why is the nose not coming down? Amazing. Too fast. So I landed on the mains, but... Poor nose wheel. I think the brakes are then smoking, so I slammed them on. Slammed the brakes on. There we are. So my first approach was actually a little better. Just a bit landed long. Amazing. It's alright getting scratched. It should scratch it absolutely. Because it's getting scrapped, so I did that on purpose. Amazing. Alright then guys, look. I'll put me back into the wing view so you can see my first, or second approach at least. So there you are, look. And that's it. I mean, the way the aircraft handles the 7.3 light is a completely different beast. So in the same way, I should have really anticipated that a little better. But I usually land this with a full load of passengers. Every time I've flown the Felis with 350 passengers plus cargo, about 80 tons lighter than what I'm used to. And it made such a difference, and just probably 10-15 knots too fast over the threshold, and that made all of the visual perception wrong. But you know, credit to X-Plane 12 for modelling all of that, and the fact that the physics of a light aircraft is replicated so well, and it always has and it always will be. It's great. Anyway, look, that's it for today. On purpose, yeah. I hope you like my wheelie on purpose, yeah. Listen, guys, that's it for today. Bit of a shorter stream, and once again, thanks for your understanding regarding the short or last minute change. We'll look into that failure stream on Friday, as we were planning to do today, along the similar lines of what we did in the previous streams as well. A failure every 10 minutes after we take off in Innsbruck. But yeah, amazing stream in the Felis 742 today. Thank you to everyone that donated, to all the members for your continued support. I do have the members bookings to publish for our group flight on Sunday, which I'll do hopefully this evening, if not tomorrow at some point. And to all the regular viewers and subscribers, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest content. Enjoy your evening, guys. See you soon. Bye bye.